right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Success Zone, Wednesday morning edition. Hope all is well with everybody out there. And we'll get right into the information today. As you all know, I know I repeat this every time, but this is something that we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the purpose of just self-development, personal development, and really it's all about persevering as you take your journey, no matter what company you're with, right? This is a no recruiting zone for people out there. So, if you're on from a different company, obviously taboo to take everybody's name and try to contact them and try to recruit them into your company. I hope that goes without saying. But what I want to talk about today is really three aspects to your business. And number one is, everything that we do is is asking questions. And, what you're trying to do when you go out there and talk to people is really identify who's open, right? So, we're going to talk about just a little bit about what kind of questions do you ask, where would you network with people, and really the mentality you have to have as you build your company. And, I don't care if you're with a nutritional supplement company, coffee company, wearable technology, right? Cryptocurrency, doesn't really make a difference what it is, because the whole idea is to match the opportunity that you are offering to the person you're talking to, right? And, like an example, we're in telehealth. So I know without a doubt, I got to ask the right questions. But here's the one thing we all have in common, regardless of your product. And the one thing we all have in common is we have an opportunity attached to our product, right? And we know every single day, the majority of the people in the United States and around the world get up every morning and go where? To work. And they go to work because they need what? Money. So we all have that in common. All of us. We have an opportunity to show people how to make money. And that could be something that supplements their income, replaces their income. And some people get, as you know, in our industry, stinking rich. It's just a fact. This business has produced more millionaires than any other business next to real estate. So we all know, we've all bought into that. We all have that dream of becoming financially independent, right? But what you're trying to do is identify other people that want what you have. And then once you give people the opportunity or share with people the vision of maybe something they don't know, not even maybe, in most cases they don't know. Because as you know, all people know is what they know. And what they know has gotten them to where they are. And in a lot of cases, when you ask the right questions, where they are is not where they want to go. Because the vehicle that person has chosen will never allow them to get there. Now here you come. And you have a way in your mind, in your belief system, you have to believe you have a way to get them to go right where they want to go. But here's the first thing you got to find out. Do they want to get there? And here's what I mean by that. How many people will you talk to on a daily basis and say, do you want to make more money? Who would say no? Everybody's going to say yes. Now, here comes the exercise they need to achieve in order to get there. That's where the no comes in. That's where the excuses come into play. It's not whether or not they want more money. That's a dumb question. It's what are you willing to do? See, this is where your job, our job, is to find people that really have that true desire to achieve more. Everybody wants more. Very few people are willing to do what it takes to get more. Because now here comes fear and doubt, right? Here comes self-doubt. Here comes all the stuff. Here comes the time excuse. Now they want to know, what is it? And then now, all of a sudden, it's the built-in excuses because they really don't desire to make a change. Until when? When do most people have a desire to change? Usually, listen, when something catastrophic happens. Until they're forced to make a change. That's just human nature, guys. When they lose their job, oh, I got to do something, right? When they have triple bypass surgery, oh, I better start exercising. When they're diagnosed with lung cancer, oh, I better stop smoking. Hey, you guys got it? See, that's most people. And you're not one of those people. And that's why you're a good leader, everybody on this call. You're a good leader because hopefully something catastrophic didn't have to happen for you. So now, everything that we do and what we want to teach is not how to overcome objections to get people to buy your product. It's trying to identify people that want to go out there and change their current situation. And so this is what I am looking for on a daily basis. And it never should leave you, ever. It should never leave you. Because that's our business. The business is identifying people that have desire. And so what I want to do is just walk you through, right, just some of the ways to engage in conversation with people, right, and really find out. And you guys have heard me train on this a lot. It's called flop. But there's different aspects to flop. It's really setting you apart that you really do care because you become memorable when you do ask these types of questions. I can't tell you how many times people have said, I remember you, because you know why? I ask questions most people won't ask. Let's go through your day. And you ask people, and the starting conversation, there's not even a starting conversation. It's just fillers. How's it going? Fine. Everything good? Everything's great. And that's it. That's where it tends to end. So when you start to really find out what people are looking for, right, you're going to find out a lot about people. That's what I love. That's the business. And this is where I always say, and you guys know, you got to make it fun. You got to make it exciting. And just some of the things. That's why we say always start with your warm market, because you already know most of the answers to what we're going to ask. Right? If you're talking to your warm market, you know where they're from. You don't need to ask that question. You know what kind of work they do. But if I'm talking to somebody brand new, I'm always asking. First question I always ask is, where are you calling from if I'm doing a three-way call? Or where are you from originally? You want to know why you do this? You're trying to find common ground. What happens is when you find common ground, right, you start to build rapport. When rapport is built, it opens that person up to want to listen to and engage and continue the conversation. Do you guys follow me? Because everybody I know what people wait for. They look for the magic answer. They look for the magic bullet. Listen, let me tell you something about the people business. When you're in the people business, 50% are open and 50% are closed. It's just what it is. It's probably even further. It's probably 80-20. 80% of the people will never even consider doing what you're doing. And they'll ridicule you. And they'll make fun of you. Does that mean you don't have an opportunity? Does that mean you should change? Because 80% of the people said that I would never do that, or I would change this, or I would change that. No. See, you have to believe in what you're doing. Can you imagine if any entrepreneur listened to the naysayers? This is what makes me crazy, right? Somebody who has no idea, is broke as can be, right? And they're giving you the advice. And you take the advice. And these are the people that make you second doubt your opportunity. This is what makes me nuts. See, here's what I want you to get to, everybody on this call. When you know that you know, no one else can tell you different. And it's not because you're not open to learning more. You just know the path you're on. Can you imagine talking to an entrepreneur who has dreams and aspirations of taking his company to big levels, and you say that'll never work, and he goes, oh, really? It won't? Okay, I give up. Or you say, I would do this, I would do that. Now, he could be open, but do you think it's going to stop his journey? Never. Never. And so this is what you're trying to search for. And I know when I start asking questions and I find that common ground, now I can mold the conversation to see if this person is open. That's all. So, where are you from? What type of work do you do? What do you do? What kind of business are you in? And then it doesn't just stop there. Well, what does that entail? I always ask that. Well, I'm a salesperson. Okay. Do you have is it a commission-based sales job? Do you have a territory? See, I want to get a little bit deeper than most people will ever get. I'm a physician. Oh, wow. What kind of physician? Do you have a private practice? How many patients do you have? Do you take call? I want to find out what kind of physician, what kind of entrepreneur, what kind of salesperson, right? What kind of blue collar worker? I'm sincerely interested. How long have you been doing that? Another great question. What if this person just got involved? Well, you know what? And I was an engineer, now I'm in sales. Wow, engineer to sales? What prompted that? See, I want to dig. I just talked to somebody because our business is a lot of people who will take advantage of our what I'm doing now are healthcare professionals. I just talked to somebody yesterday, right, who just became a physician. He was a salesperson, right, and he became a physician. Can you think about that? I said, what prompted that? He said, well, I just really care about people. He said, and you know what he said to me? It was kind of funny. He goes, I didn't do it for the money. I did it because it was within me. It's kind of funny how he pointed that out. I didn't do it for the money. You know why? Because I promise you, a good salesperson makes more than a doctor. Okay, you got to understand that, especially where he went into practice, family practice. He goes, it was just my calling. I was able to do very well as a salesman, okay, and now I want to pursue my lifelong dream. Okay. See, if I would have just said, what do you do? I would never have found that out. What does that tell me about that person? Think, just everybody for 1 second. Open to change, right? Going from where he was to now following his passion. So I wanted to continue the conversation with this person, right? What did you do before that? I just talked about that. Always ask that question. So most people, the days of working for the same company for 20, 30, 40 years, are no longer, right? You know, the average person is with 4 to 6 opportunities by the time they're 40. So you want to find out the path. And if I find out I have somebody that's always wanting to change, he's searching. He wants more out of life. And you're going to find out a lot about the person. What if that person says, oh yeah, it required me moving 3, 4 times into different parts of the country. I could find out about his wife, his kids. See, this is what you are. You're an investigator. And at this point, you haven't even mentioned your product. See, this is what people don't understand. When I say it's not about the widget, I'm telling you when I say that is as long as there's a need for your widget, okay, I want to talk about to the person. I want to find out if he's even open. Because my fallback position, if the person is not open to my opportunity, listen everybody, my fallback position is, can I create a consumer of my product? Can I create somebody that will share with other people what I have because he liked me, he believed me, he trusted me? And so now I know without a doubt, and everybody here who has a product, okay, you know they could benefit from your product. You could, that's a whole different training. Right? How are you being affected by what's happening with the economy? See, I want to ask that. And this guy I talked about yesterday, he goes, well, yeah, I wish I would have been a physician 15 years ago. You know why? Because they made more money 15 years ago. Managed care, all the things, insurance companies taking more and more profits away. He goes, I'm truly doing this because it's my passion. Okay, great. So obviously, financially, he's okay. How do you like what you're doing? That's a good question for a lot of people. How many times do people get asked this question? Oh, I love it. You know how you find out if somebody really loves it? Compliment it. Whatever they say, just compliment it. Well, I'm an engineer. Oh my God, what a great business. Watch how fast they tell you what's wrong with it. I'm a machinist. Oh my God, wow, that's a great business. Well, no, not really. But if you put it down, they'll defend it. But I want to know, do they like what they're doing? Given a choice, here's another one. Given a choice, would you have made that same decision to do what you've done for the last 10 years? Well, if I knew now, well, back then, I probably would have never done this. Oh, you see where the conversation can go? I said this the other day to somebody. I go, well, guess what? Here's the good news. You're not dead yet. In other words, what's stopping you to change? You know what's stopping him from changing? There's no other way of an opportunity. All he knows is what he knows. How many people do what I'm doing with him on a daily basis? Very few. You see? So now I become the opportunity. You're the opportunity, everybody. Every single one of you have what people want. You got to believe that. That's your belief system. Who wouldn't want to earn residual income? Don't let me go through this again. Who wouldn't want immediate income? Who wouldn't want advancement opportunity? Who wouldn't want a way to own their own business? Who wouldn't want residual income? Got it? See, that's an assumption. Of course. I assume everybody wants what I have, but it doesn't mean they're going to accept it. These questions will give you the better illustration if somebody is more prone to accept an opportunity. You guys follow me? You could go through some of these questions and never, ever, ever get someone to bite. Have you ever thought about doing something else? Are you familiar with network marketing? I always want to ask that question. I want to find out what they know or what they think they know. Oh, you have? Oh, what experiences have you had? Well, I know my mom's sister's girlfriend's cousin got involved in one of those things. Well, then he doesn't really understand, does he? He may go, well, I've been with 2 other companies. I was a top earner in one of them. Oh, really? You don't know until you ask the question. Okay, but if he's basing what he thinks about network marketing on his last experience, find out what that last experience was. Maybe it was his mother's sister's cousin, and she tried to attack him and bring him to a home party. That's all he knows. Don't fault him for that. That's not what we do, a lot of us. We're professionals. Why do you think you weren't successful? And I'm talking about network marketing. And then I always want to find out, always, about his wife. Is he married? Does she work? What does that tell you? Let me ask you a question. If you talk to somebody who works 12 hours a day, right, in a blue collar type job, his wife works and they have 2 little ones. Well, let me ask you, where are the little ones when your wife's working? Well, they're in daycare. Oh, you see what I just found out? How many, let me ask you this, how many mothers would love to be home with their kids versus having somebody else raise them? She has to work. I don't think she chooses to work. Maybe she does. Find out. So there, I just honed in on the hot button. Do you know why I did that? Because I know that's why Lisa got involved. She didn't want to go back to work and put the kids in daycare. She wanted something flexible. She could work from home. Would you be open to looking at another opportunity or company if it didn't have those obstacles? See, as I ask questions, guys, I'm going to find out what the blocks have been in this person's life. If you just do this and really get in and really sincerely care about the answers, by taking away your agenda, some of you just have an agenda and they see dollar signs in your eyes, and here you come and you're trying to sell your product, you're trying to sell your opportunity. No, hang on a second. How about learning about me first? See, if you start doing these types of things, it'll make your presentations so much more seamless. It just does. Because now I got somebody that is open. Most people, you never qualify if someone's even open. You just want to get your script out. And take this the right way, everybody. Would I rather have somebody out there just getting their script out versus doing nothing? Yes. I'm trying to take you to another level of really caring about people. How do you think we've stayed in this industry so long? Because we don't care? I do care. I'm trying to find other people that care. And you know what they care about in the beginning? Let's face it, their own situation. But as you really start to understand the power of this opportunity, it's not about your situation. It's about helping others change theirs. That's the business you're in. In the beginning, you're doing it for your money. After a while, it's like, it's not about my money. It's about helping them earn money, and I make a percentage. The more people you have earning money, the more money you earn. Watch, okay? I don't care what your comp plan is, okay? Just listen to what I'm saying. If you help 10 people make $1,000, no matter what your comp plan is, I promise you, you're making $8,000 to $10,000. If I help 10 people, if you help 10 people make $1,000 in your comp plans, you make between $8,000 and $10,000. Look at the volume generated for someone to earn $1,000, and then look what you earn on that. So what's it really about? You? No. See, this is the other switch. It's about them. I'm looking for people. Tell people what you're looking for. I'm looking for people that want to change their financial situation. Let me ask you some questions. Where are you from? What do you do? What does that entail? This could be 2 hours. This could lead to another conversation. This could lead to you setting up another appointment. Do you see what happens? And you know why you do this? Because you're going to start to understand our business. It's not about masses. It's not about the masses. It's about identifying the right ones. Will I spend some time with one person knowing? Let me ask you this question. This is not being arrogant, but would you ask Jeff and Lisa these types of questions? Or let's forget Jeff and Lisa, the leader of your company, your particular company. You'd all say, I'd want him in my downline, okay, or her in my downline. Would you spend the time necessary if it took you 4 hours of asking questions, maybe 2 or 3 lunches, maybe a dinner, maybe he came over the house, maybe it was building a rapport for 30 days, or maybe becoming his friend for 6 months. If you did that and that top leader joined your team, would it have been worth the 6 months? Would it have been worth the year? See, he's got to change, guys. Got to change your thinking. Now, do you got to talk to lots of people to find the right ones? Yes. But see, when you do these exercises, you get through it real quick. I might find out about this person very quickly. I'm still going to present my opportunity because he could still become a consumer of my product. I still want to leave him with a good feeling about me because he may lead me to somebody else. But I'm very clear. And I'm very sincere about wanting to find out if someone really wants to change. So these are just some of the questions, right, that you guys could go out there with and really conversation starters. Isn't that what it said? Yeah. Ask and listen. Ask and listen and keep it going. Don't just take one-word answers. Have you always been from Ohio? What kind of work did you do before that? I went through that with you. There's a reason for that. Okay? Now watch. Now people go, okay, Jeff, I got that. Now where would I go? Where do I go to talk to people? Where do you go to talk to people? Okay, let me see something here. Screen share. How do I do this now? Okay, hang on. There it is. Okay. Is this it? No, hang on. Buzzkill, right? Here, networking ideas. Okay, tell me if you could see that. Brian, can you see that? Okay. All right, so now, okay, I got it down. I got the questions. Okay, where can you go? Where do you go? Where are people? That's our business. Your job, right? Remember, and I'm gonna get into that in a second. Your job is to get around people. Well, where are they? Well, we always say start with your warm market. Let's not spend a lot of time there. That's easy. And the reason why warm market's easier, you know the answers to all those questions. You can cut through it, right? And that's why I say some people are very effective with their warm market. Listen, Brian, listen, I know you're broke. You've been my best friend for 20 years. I know where you live. I know the cars you drive. I know you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. I found something, and you're going to look at it. See, I could talk to Brian that way. That's different. You follow me? But if I'm meeting Brian at a networking event, I can't talk to him that way, right? I got to build a rapport first. And I tend to try to build rapport very quickly. That's a gift I've learned to do. That's where you got to get. What if it took you 2 years to get there? But see, it's practice, guys. There's no other shortcut. It's practice. Warm market. Warm market referrals. If they tell you no. Okay, Brian. No? Okay, I know you know a bunch of people I don't know. Since you are my best friend, brother, will you please open up your contact base to me? Here's what I want you to do. Okay, yeah, I'll help you out. You never know. You don't put all your eggs in that basket, but you plant that seed. Networking events. Go to meetup.com. Chamber of Commerce events. There's people there. Meetup.com has everything. You could go on hikes, right? You could go to trade shows. You could go to concerts. Meetup.com is specifically identifying a group, okay, that you want to get around. And get around people that are like-minded. Just put in what you like in meetup.com and they come up of where they're meeting. Well, I like badminton. Okay, put in meetup.com badminton. You follow me? Church events. People go, I love church. Okay, go to church. Go to church 3 days a week, right? Make sure you're really going to go to heaven. Go to church 6 days a week, right? Go to confession. Keep talking to the priest. Like the priest is going to go, man, you're really messed up. Yes, I want to talk to you again, priest. What did you do before this? Right? You see, you have fun. Volunteer. People go, I love to help people. Go help people. Volunteer. You're around others. Okay, business cards and books at bookstores. These are some of the things people have done. Car windows, decals or magnets. I would never do that. Then don't. I'm just giving you ideas. I'm not saying you have to. Do what you feel comfortable with. Charity events, trade shows, booth renters, parents at kids' sporting events. Go make sure. Lisa made a fortune going to the kids' activities. Right? Making sure she volunteered in the classrooms. She was always on every field trip. Why? Other moms were there. Conversation. Remember, it wasn't agenda. It was building rapport, building friends. Craigslist. Radio. We've done radio. Some of you have done Craigslist ads. Go do what you like. Hobbies. Go do more of it. Some people, you go to Starbucks, they have those cork boards. Put your business card there. It's not like, okay, I put my business card at Starbucks, I'm going to get rich. No, it's just little things everywhere. Facebook groups, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Google+. We've trained on this, on how to do LinkedIn. Go shopping. Listen, guys, anywhere, anytime, with anybody. Once I have once I become a people person, once I start getting good at asking questions, I'm really, really good. Talk to telemarketers who call you. Business cards in airplane magazines, business cards in bathrooms at airports, Starbucks. Okay? You want to know what we did a lot of? Entertained at home. Have parties. We made a fortune with meetings, parties, and trainings. Why? Fun. I made the fun, and people came to it. And that was my net. I didn't do presentations in the beginning. You know that? We just had a party. And people invite other people to the party. Why? Because people don't have fun in their life. I became the fun. Jeff and Lisa having another party. Wow, they're fun. Yes. And during that, I get to know people. I didn't throw up all over them at my party. Hey, here's my weight loss product. No, but they knew what I did. Some of you have houses you can market. Do it. Have people over. See, if the desire's there, this is what this says right here. If the desire's there, the how-to will come. If the desire is there, the how-to will come. If the desire is there, the how-to will come. There you go. That's the business. So when you do that, watch. Now, hang on. Now what you want to do, as I close up the call, is really have the right mentality. Okay? How much time do I got here? I'll keep going. Yeah, okay, I got some time. Okay? Here's the mentality. Now, do you see all the different ways? You see your questions now? Right? You got the questions down. Maybe you took a screenshot of that. This is being recorded, so you could go back to it. Right? You get all the different places I can network. Now, I got to get organized. I got to have the right mentality. Guys, listen. You're employing yourself. Would you hire you? Knowing what you did last week, knowing what you did last month, Knowing what you did in your current company last year, would you employ you? How much business were you responsible for your company? See, if I was going to employ you, you would have to be bringing in way more than I'm giving you, right? And if you weren't, what would I do as an employer? I'd fire you. Would you employ you? The answer is no. Okay, well then you got to have a self-check here. I would certainly employ Jeff, and I would certainly employ Lisa. But that took time. That took time for me to get to that point. I know I'm the value. I know I'm a commodity. No matter what happens, no matter where we go, no one can take away my skill set. No one can take away my skill set. And I'm unemployable. I want you to employ yourself today. Please listen, guys, employ yourself today. Make it a decision that, you know what, I'm going to be, and I'm going to be paid what I'm worth because I've employed myself. Now, determine your worth. Do you believe you're worth $1 million a year? 100,000 a month? Let's just start low. I know that sounds funny for some of you, but when you really understand this craft, $100,000 a month, some people go, I would never do it for that. That's the point I want to get you to. But you know what some of you need to do? Sell a product. Build your confidence. Sell your product. Then get good at asking questions. See, it's a process you can't shortcut. Can't. The only way you shortcut the process is if you have the skill set. That's why me and Lisa could go anywhere and we can make $25,000 to $50,000 a month instantly. That skill set is within us. That's like saying, okay, if I'm a baseball player and I've proven I can hit 300, 3 out of 10, I could go to any team and I'm going to still hit 3 out of 10. It doesn't matter the name on my jersey. The craft is hitting the ball. You follow me? I've learned to hit the ball. Some of you, right, you're brand new. You don't even know what a bat is. This is a bat. This is how you stand. This is your stance. This is the velocity. The ball is going to come at you. You got to get your timing down. You got to go through what? Little league. Then you go to what? Pony league. Then you go to maybe high school. And you're learning this craft. And you're either determining if I'm going to continue this journey or not. Hello. That's the business. That's your job. Some of you are putting the bat in your hands for the first time. Good. I'm showing you how to get there quicker. Your boss is your calendar. Let's go back to employ yourself. Make sure you do this. Put together your operating agreement if you were to be hired. Put it together. Here's what I want, right? Here's what I'm willing to do. And pretending you're presenting it. And you are. You know who you're presenting it to? Yourself. You're employing yourself. So put together your operating agreement. I'm going to work this much, right? If I'm going to pay you $1 million a year, what are you willing to do? Or 5,000 a month. What are you willing to do? That's your calendar. And I just told you what you have to do. You got to clear your calendar to get around people. That's your job. If I'm hiring you, that would be your job description. But here's the only difference. As an employer, I would provide your calendar. As an employee, as somebody who's employing yourself, you're providing the calendar. So, are you working? Then your calendar won't be full because you got to put in right now what you're currently doing to keep and maintain your lifestyle. You can't quit that. So if you're working 9 to 5, that's got to be on your calendar first. So What is your calendar for your new business? Before 9, after 5. Maybe during lunch. And yeah, there is sacrifice there. Yes. Wish I could tell you differently. It's not. Maximize your time. Maximize the time you're willing to give this. That's the other thing. See, when you employ yourself, you got to maximize your time you're willing to give this. And crush procrastination. Things will tend to get in the way, guys. Always. This got in the way, that got in the way. My dog just barked. Oh, I can't make that phone call. Right, this came up. Oh, I can't go to that trade show. God darn it, missed that. Oh, I can't go volunteer this weekend. Right, sporting events on. See, it's if the desire's there, the how-to will come. And then have clear daily goals. Now, obviously, I could take a lot more time on this particular slide. You could break this down. Each point could be a day of training. Right? Have clear daily goals. What are your goals? Do you have goals? Well, if you employed yourself, right, and you have a set goal, okay, then you know what you're going to have to do to achieve that goal. That's your daily goals. Daily, weekly, monthly. For the time you have, well, what are your daily goals? Numbers of people that you are presenting your product and your opportunity to. Only thing you can do. See, it's not about the presentation. That's not to do with anything, or the slide deck, because your company has that. Don't waste your time on that stuff. Spend your time with the things you have to do. Right? You like to exercise? Go exercise. You'll be around people. See, Gary's exercising right now. And I don't know what the hell you're doing, Gary, but, you know, it's not anything I do in the gym. I'm teasing. Okay? So, Gary, put a broomstick around your back. Put a broomstick. There you go. And keep your back straight, Gary. See, have clear daily goals. See, you're in control of this. And can I just be straight with you guys? That's the problem. That was my biggest problem. I was in control. Where for 14 years, I was never in control. Bally's was. They employed me. They provided my calendar. They made sure I maximized my time. I had no time for procrastination because if I didn't perform, I was fired. And they set my goals. See the difference? See, when I entered into my own business, I had to do all this. And guess what I did? Nothing. Nothing. I skated. And that's why I said, and you guys have heard this, and if you haven't, let me be very clear here. What got me off my ass, was the credit cards were maxed, the severance package was spent, the home equity was gone, and that's when I went to work. That was 2 years. I skated, pretending I employed myself, pretending I had a calendar, pretending I was doing what I was supposed to do, pretending I had goals. It's the truth. It's the truth. See, I had to be put against the wall. And that's when Lisa said, hey, if you're not going to take this serious, okay, because she let me skate for 2 years, she says, go get a job. And that's when I said, uh-oh, I'm going to employ myself. I'm going to have a calendar. I'm going to maximize my time. Because the fear of going back to what I hated was way stronger than me taking responsibility for my business. That was just me. Don't let that happen to you. Go to school on what we had to do. And this is why, you know, sometimes when people say these crazy things, right, and about how you speak, listen, one thing, okay, or how you look, my desire is there, and people sense that. I want people to sense your desire. I want people to know that you burnt the boat, and this is what you do. That's when you have arrived. But these are the steps you have to take. And that was the purpose of today's call, is to show you, okay, here's some of the questions. Get around people. Here's where you get around people. And here's the mentality you got to have. Simple. See how easy it is to be wealthy in 47 minutes? 47 minutes and you're all wealthy. That's the mentality you got to have. I'm already wealthy. I'm just on a journey to get there. And today I showed you the journey. Maybe you could go talk to somebody today. Guess what? I just found the journey to get wealthy. Well, what is it? Well, let me tell you. And go through it. And just show them what you just saw. Through your words, through your actions, through your posture. They're going to see something's different within you. That's a great conversation to have with people. They don't have these conversations. Some of them will not want to engage. Don't spend a lot of time with those people. The naysayers. The people that are telling you it will never work. Get around the like-minded people. Got to create it. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. See you on Friday. Thank you.